live, live to live, just to be free. But now you want to see me, the new era, we got me captive, fitted in. And if I don't look like them, I ain't fitting in. But that's just the sound of us, the old ways. If I don't do it like my father and my mother, so something must be wrong like the others. But I ain't following up my other brothers, no. That's why the times change. We gotta change with the modern and it's make it plain. It ain't watered down. It's just a little better. It is much improved because we didn't know any better. Coming to you Saturday, August 11, is it? I gotta work today. 2018 at 1200 hours and 51 minutes. This won't be long. And the reason I'm speaking is today because we got the theory and the mind of still following the old days, the old ways. But ways are what? Traditions. As I stated, now I'm going to define the words of what is being fostered, nurtured, and traditionally, no, I will say nurtured, traditional is in my head now, and breeded, BREED, until what we see today. And if we don't get it by now, the spirit of is where we take our powers to. So we keep manifesting hate, hate, hate. It's gonna keep manifesting hate. Hate begot hate. Love begot love. There's no love, so love is not being made visible. It's not being made present. It's no gift no more. It's not. It's not created. It's not formed. It's not built. There's no foundation of love. But in the understanding of the old days is you have sex, you get married. That still should be a high ethic of a person. Sex should lead to marriage, or before you have sex, you should have in your heart, you should love that person. But that's no longer being seen. We got these battles going on between man and woman. Talk about men did it first. No, men didn't do it first. It was collectively done. It was collectively done with a compromise. That's the what we fail to realize in the spirit. And I tell people like, you're not using the spirit. I don't care what your religion is. If you telling me you can judge me, but if you cannot love a person based on they love, values, and morals and equality of the person, I don't know what religion you're talking about. You're just proving my understanding and knowing of religion mean it's not created by our creator. Religion is created by the world, by people that don't have the heart of men in their heart, the heart of beings, of being a human being in their heart. They don't have that. So all these laws, these inventions, like the gun was invented. The person that, because when I come up with inventions in my mind and go put them out, I think about what can this invention be used for besides what the original invention. And you know that as an inventor because you're intuitive, you got good intuition. You look more and you preparing for the future. That's why people were given opportunities to create and to build in the form and have a foundation. So the no longer have the old day ways that's been nurtured. Nurture is taking how you take the man, what the man is for after the woman is maternally the mother. We don't even talk about that no more. It's so much we don't talk about. I as watch people with no connection. All the people I pretty much talk to and have real conversations. We express our feelings, our emotion, our spirituality, everything about life, our holistic of living. Is I have a better connection. Everybody was like they only out for a certain part. I don't have no connection, so I only use them for associated to. If we want to play basketball, we play basketball. If she want to go out, we just go out. But there is no connection. And then if there's a connection, there's a link missing based on the religion or what we was traditionally taught to believe. See, we was taught to believe, not to know. And that's what we breaking in. And I want to say people too, stop using the word Generation X millennials, what era you was born in. Because all you doing is enchanting. And you know what enchant mean? To keep chanting, keep bringing it out, the spell like gospel. See, it sounds stupid and funny to people if you don't know what the meaning of words is, the language and translation. But if you study in a word and you saying this is what you're going to live your life by, Are you not going to take some time out to be like, all right, let me see after a certain time? Because me, it takes me about 2 to 3 years. If I'm really unsure, but I do want to follow and be part of, or know that's in me that I should be part of, it take me like 2 years to get to where I need to go. Like I stated before, I'll have wrote down focus. With the focus, there's a purpose, mission, and position. I wrote that down literally 8 year. It would be 8 years ago this month. So I'm gonna say 8 years ago. I was reading, and I'm gonna start writing. And I realized too what I did before. I wrote a book on loose leaf paper. You know how you put the loose leaf paper in the folder, and in the folder got that little middle section you can put papers in. That was like 10 to 12 pages long. And I was just reading that, and I was like, this is a book of I am solution resolution, like the answers to like to start creating and forming and foundation. And I do get low esteem of like, what is my purpose of wanting to do this so much? But there's just so many people that love the spells. They love the curses so much. They love the drugs. They love to pick up no information and run with it. They love to fight with no togetherness. It's like they love to do these things, but then when it's time to love to do other things, they don't have no energy for it because that's what happened to your focus. We said eye on the prize. We took our eyes off the prize. That was the next generation. That was building the community, having a real community, not just a neighborhood. So if somebody come breaking, oh, I see you. Stop doing what you're doing. You can't do this in our community because we're standing there together. And when you go in each community, then as with that happen, and it start with then it start with your family. Like there shouldn't be nobody on your street. Like you preaching and talking to people that's randomly coming in a building, or that's randomly like I do this with my family, even though they're listening, but they're not listening. Like my sister, and but this is traditionally taught. That's why I talk about it. Everything I speak on is from breeding, nurturing, and foster being given to us traditionally over and over and over. This spells bonded this. There's bindings, there's restrictions, there's curses placed upon us over incantation. Keep stacking, and then you try to release, and then you try to break, you try to loosen. It's harder because you got to break through more and more and more instead of saying stop. I'm not going. I'd rather, and they say the idle mind is a playground for the enemy. Well, yourself it is, but with the right mind and the right guidance, that's the I'd rather for you to sleep all day than to go out there and like think about this. Which would you rather have? A person sleep all day to rest their body, stay in the house, than to go outside, start trouble with random people, put people in danger, put themselves in danger, and may not know you causing wrath and war and hatred. So what would you rather do? See, that's like we don't think about really what the words we really saying. Like my friend talk about, he don't think about what he really said around his wife, about he didn't love his daughter. His daughter could feel his energies. He didn't want her. He don't know. Like, yeah, she feel that. Your wife heard you say that. Your wife is tired of you. She's there because she's actually doing the thick and thin. She's going a little bit beyond that earthly contract. Because all most marriage is earthly contract. Like Kevin Garnett got a divorce. His woman, they call it getting the bag. That's what she got married for. She got the money. She taking him for everything. She's not taking him to court or through a settlement so the kids would be just fine. She's making sure she can still have that lascivious lifestyle, that luxury that she can have before with him. But you don't want him no more. So why should you get all what you see? When you come with the spirit is law. So when you come to me and we bond together with the creator, we get all together. I get all of you. I see how you is. If you got some nasty habit, I'm gonna see it. I'm gonna accept it, and we gonna go through it together. If you want to get out of it, if you don't, I can't make you do anything you want to do. So I'm gonna have to find ways within myself to be like, okay, that's what she do, but not in a way. Now I have to understand. I chose her. She chose me too. We forget about that. People are like, I don't feel sorry. I don't. It's not that I don't feel sorry for them. They did make that choice, but at the same time, the person, you cannot break your spiritual contract with the person. Your well being, your holistic well being of yourself, your welfare and your warfare with that person. It's out. Warfare is outside. The well being fair, the price is inside. Positive, outside, negative. So war and outside, you well and out. You're holistically being well inside. But if you not within yourself already, you're gonna find reasons and fault in another person. And and people are like, oh, she's beautiful. If she was ugly, ugly don't have nothing to do with it. I see women that get entourages of men and they do the same thing. I see men do it. So it has nothing to do with between your looks. It's your hurt. I don't know many, even ugly people that we call unattractive, they don't have good hurts. And this is one myth. We believe, and just like I went back to the church, I ain't going a while, and they was having the thing. And they was asking what happened to the girl. Two ladies asked me, lady I was talking to. I was like, she wasn't for me. Then one lady that was married talking about that, I was like, she wasn't for me. Like, that means you couldn't have been, you might not have been for her. I was like, when is it that when is this myth that women is always the perfect woman for that man, or that woman is doing so great that the man is like, wow, you're really not for me. You trying to be with me. I liked you. I did come at you. I did present myself to you. You did receive me, but I'm realizing this is not, wow, this is, so there is no way that no woman is for, every woman is for when a woman get in a relationship, just because the man did more of the work, the woman still have to receive him too. So it still take two. See how that works? It still got to take two. It still take the creator to intertwine you and to connect you together. The source, not the sorcery, the source, not the witchcraft, not the witch, but which way is you going to choose your creator? How you going to use the spirit of? So a lot of old ways is no longer needed because it was never defined. It's like, okay, the first one, and it's going to sound funny to a lot of people. Fornication, having sex before marriage. So be it. Do that change my connection to the creator, to me and her? No. And that can sound funny because if that was the case, why is this world, and we keep talking about all this destruction and wrath? God, our creator that you call God, which I call creator, the almighty, the father, he don't destroy the earth because of that, because he created that. Why would he destroy what he created? He gives you a will and a way. He say, you did not know, but now you know. You can do better. And he encourages you. That's why within a lot of the Bible, it don't encourage us the power of oneness. But it will say, but it don't encourage the power of oneness. But the funny part, it curses us and say we become lover of ourselves. That's funny to me. See how that's funny? Abomination, that's funny. Dislikes. The word likes is not a good word. Like, look at the etymology of the word like. Look up the word talent. Look at the word nice. Look at the word con. And then start replacing all these words and you look at the word calm. Con, C-O-N, and calm. Pro. Start looking up the beginning part. So if you go on profession, like you want to be a career or profession, professional. Look up pro. Pro is the start, the go-to, to move forward. Fashion is to give in. So you take it on. So, and no, like, you know, it's like literally these words sound the same. Simile. What's the other word? Similes. Assimilation. These words have that meaning for a reason. But nobody thinks about that. That's why the old ways, if you even think about sex, did that really stop the community? No, it didn't mess up. It's just that when you become mature in your mind, mentally, spiritually, that's what I would teach a young man. You're not mature yet. So making a decision to have sex at a young age when you don't understand life because sex is very pleasurable. I don't never hear that. It's a sin. You're going to go to hell. No, they don't go to hell for having sex. At least 60% of the earth was created without marriage. So half of the world going to hell automatically. They say you conceived into a curse. A sin mean curse. See how and so the teachings The instruction, that's why I say I'm a guider. Because I don't want to teach you nothing. I just want to challenge you and guide you, and you choose your own way. Because I'm not here, because I'm minding my own. But minding my own, I still can see what's going on. If you notice, I don't get too in depth with people's lives. I don't talk about people. I bring up what really happened. Like, yes, you really hurt me. You really said that to me, and you expect me not to say it no more or to talk about it. Like my sister, and she got married to a guy, and I understand marriage now. Like, she's my sister told my mother, you supposed to honor like when you lead a family, you clave, okay, and you honor you honored the husband, okay, and he honor you. But my mother was like, you supposed to honor your mother. You still show your mother respect. So if you start choosing a side, you're gonna have a. That's why it's called dysfunction. It's not even dysfunction. It's die. It's dy. That means the function is not even being established in the homes anymore. There's nothing established, but we have traditionally established a way of life, and then now people are they're really confused. That is the truth. I will meet, and I see so many women worrying about a religion of a man, but the men that's in their religion is the child molesters, the ex felons, the guys that's creating what we're seeing, that got the 9 to 12 kids, got the 6 kids, that don't take care of their kids. They're creating the fatherless homes. They don't know because that's what was traditionally fostered, nurtured into that man. He was taught hate. He was taught to do that. So why would he be better than what he was taught until he mature spiritually, mentally, like I am? And I tell the truth. The creator told me I am too good for a lot of women I want to talk to. But then sometimes he allows me to talk to them. Like, see, it's not, you're judging them on a good note. You're not disqualifying. You're judging them on like women want marriage, but they don't know how to cook. They don't know how to sew. They don't know how to use. They don't know how to be there. They don't know how to be a woman in their own household. But they expect a man to take all their BS, and it's like, no, men don't work. You being with men that don't work. What is he? What is he? What is he cradling to the baby? What is he supporting? You talk about you want stability. He can't cradle the baby neck and hold the baby bottom to support because there's no support from him because he don't even know what support is. He's not mature enough. He don't have the knowledge and understanding. So what are we doing now in this new era compared to the old era? Era like we need to bring back. No, we don't need the old ways. We just need to to have that foundation. Because even in the old days, music was in the '60s was over sexualized. I think I was falling in love, but you did. They got to the bed. It's easy to make a woman drop her panties, but it's not as easy to get to stimulate her mind. And I don't know how you having sex with a person you saying you love or you have this strong feelings for, and they don't stimulate your mind because he's attractive or she's attractive, because he's beautiful, she's beautiful, she have this, he have that, he have this, she have that, and it's like, how is that even possible? You can have the random sex, cool, but people, I'm not saying that's cool, and that's what people get me wrong. They're like, you saying it's okay? I didn't say it was okay. It's your choice. You make it okay. You make the decision of what level you want to be on in your maturity. Because you can always say this, say what you mean and mean what you say. We really not doing that. It's like women, it's like Professor Xavier. He has mind control because they play too many mind games. How you with one man and then one guy you having sex with, one guy you call up to take you. No, it's like there's no more bozos. That's a clown. See, we call them simps and we call them because we know the difference between the men that you presented with your whole life. I don't expect women to like men like me. No, to even enjoy or understand or be able to receive me, because they won't be able to receive me because they're not mature enough. They have no maturity. Their maturity level is like down here. They have a low maturity level. So women with low maturity level, what can I expect from that woman with a low maturity level? And how much should you keep doing what you was taught before? These are the questions. See, I'm challenging you. I'm not so much. I want to guide the next generation. You're not a millennial. This is foolish. What we doing to each other is counterproductive. It's because you if I throw a punch and you counter it, we're not trying to counter the punch. We're trying to receive, and it's not a punch. We're trying to receive the love. I'm throwing love at you, but you counter it with some wall you created because of the past of what another man hurt you. And not being funny, even in the strip clubs, the black women don't they stay away and they go to the white man. White man walk in, it's like I got money too, but it's like wow, even in a damn strip club, that's what we doing now. I was like, it's not enjoyable. Like, so you gotta like create like what I have is create my own like haven of enjoyment, pleasure, loving me, and not the lover of me self. Like I don't want love. But I'm learning, it's like, wow, this is what we're doing to each other. We're really hurting each other. We're making more problems. How? Why would my daughter, if I had a daughter and I had a bad mother, my daughter most likely would end up going out of her race, no matter how I treated her. Because all she's gonna look for is good. And then, but we know the story, the race of people, we down here, everybody else, the white people up here. So most likely with her mother badmouth me, say anything bad, or there was no example, and then there's no good example of men that look like me, but she gonna be like, Dad, and I seen this before, like Dad, I watched this. This is like it was I don't know if it was a video, it might have been just a vision or a dream. But it gonna put it in my movie. It's like, Dad, I know you a great African descent man, our nationality, our ethnicity, we don't have the other nationality. If anything, we're just mixed with like Indian or Mexican type of blood. But she was like, Dad, there's not a lot of men like you out there that I come across that's good. But I'm not gonna tell my daughter, I'm not gonna try to give my daughter everything. I'm like, this is her standard. I'm like morals and values and ethics. I'm not gonna tell my daughter men are trash or just because when she say men are trash, all she doing is correlating to what always trash was hers of men. She don't have no understanding. It's like, Dad, I want to go out my race. I'm like, I'm gonna still love you the same. I don't. For me, I don't have to accept. I want to explain this to my children. And it's like, whatever they be, whatever they choose, however they want to be, what they want to become, because I'm gonna guide them very well. It's gonna be their choice and let them know you got a choice, but you got to answer to your creator by the end of your natural life. That's between you and him. Whatever you decide, you decide. I'm here to help you when you need help or assistance in the matter. Like, because I want you to understand what it is to live life. I want to tell her to enjoy life. I say this to my daughter because my son, he's gonna be pretty much like me. So it'll be, and even if he's not, it's still gonna be easier because he's gonna be a young man. And I never been the type of guy to like really intentionally. Because I was talking to a woman recently, so many years back. I broke up with her, but my intentions was not to hurt her. I was letting her know this is not for me. Your daughters, they don't have discipline. I'm not used to a non-discipline. That's what I like about the old ways, the old days, is discipline. My mother taught me different. You're looking at your daughters resenting you because you don't want to discipline them. Not just whoop her, discipline her, take away. She asked her how was the party. The young girl, her daughter had the nerve to say, I don't like it. I was like, this was actually, I had fun. And I'm a adult. She was mad and upset because her mother don't discipline her. Let her know, like, cause it's her birthday. I don't let her know and this is where she wanted to go. And that was the bad part. She told her mother she wanted to do that. And it wasn't enjoyable because she had to share. And it wasn't like she was, it was just a generalness. And I noticed that she's not a sharer because it's not taught. Because usually when the father come and get the daughters, he get one at a time. He don't take the other one. And he had a son because the lady thought that creating a baby with him when he was cheating, he got another girl pregnant, is to get pregnant too, was going to solve it. And she had resentment towards the youngest child. So she allowed a lot. And I was like, even with that, when I'm coming in, she wanted me to see how her friend daughter was with the guy that wasn't her father. But I was like, I don't have opportunity for that. I don't have room for that. I'm dealing, you talking to the father on the phone, you putting it on speaker, he's saying things about me. Like, so what is he saying when I'm not you? And then she like, I'm like, you not defending me. I defended you from day one. It's so much that goes on. But I was like, and she brought up the tradition about the people in the church having sex and nobody saying that. I was like, why is you worrying about them? Your focus is wrong. So, and I'm learning, and this just came to me in a minute. I know I did like Facebook Live. I'm only gonna really focus on the building part because I'm learning the nuances of this is getting rhetorical. It's getting like I very ironic. It's not profiting me much in my spirit. It's like a downer. And even in the old ways is a downer. It's like you supposed to do this. I did that. And I'm learning even like it's not what you did in the beginning, it's how you what you're doing now. Well, I was respectable from a young man. Now I'm still respectable as a adult man. So where is my underlining? And it's not about timing. I'm looking at the heart of people, the aura of people, especially women. And it's like it's not there. It's ugly. It's evil. It's really we alive. And if we start really doing what the curse did, let's read it. We're doing it the correct way now, and then we're creating evil. We're building up of liveness of wrong. Good is becoming bad. Bad becoming good now. But not in my house, not in my aura, not in my spirit. And it's like, how much do I supposed to battle? How much is the old days do we bring into the new days? Not a lot. My parents didn't seek out the knowledge. They have more experience than me in their life, but the knowledge they don't have. My mother don't know how to look up. My mother don't know a lot of information, but I still listen because she still was very knowledgeable. I'm not saying they don't have the knowledge or understanding, but it's still a lot that they still did not indulge in. A lot of the old ways tell you this is going to be the evil of the days, the internet. No, it's not. It's very helpful to a lot of people. It's getting rid of poverty in some families because people are able to present their beauty product, their health products, their invention, their skills that you couldn't present just walking down the street. You have to walk the whole earth. That deteriorates your body, just like when you work. You working for $1. I know the conversation is swaying different ways, but it's just coming through revelation. You work for $1. How much effort do you put into yourself when you come home? This movie is my investment. What I create on this tablet is my investment. All these papers, see the construction paper, I have drawings and pictures and outlines of things I'm doing actively. That is what I'm doing when I'm not at work. You go to work and work double time, triple time, and get nothing out of it. And then when you get sick, who there? You don't have no money because you working. You're not even working to do the right things. And you like working. You working hard now. And then when you get older, my friend was just saying this to me. And I call him my friend. I call him Big Brother Beam, like the light. He's shining and everything. And it's like it was just like he was like, yeah, man, we do work. We working to die. We do. I don't want to be 60 and then enjoying life. Like I'm 35. People are like, oh man, you gonna get it. I don't want to be and it's not a forceful thing. It's the truth. I'm not gonna be 45 trying to raise a child. If I don't meet a woman now, it's like I'm not gonna be wanting that. I'm gonna be looking more. And I always said this. So like what I manifest is gonna come to truth. I just want a companion, a woman that's not that's gonna honor a love of me and the Creator in her heart. That's all. If we can do that and we can work on and she want a family, she gonna learn how to cook. She gonna go look at recipes. She's gonna listen to wiseness from other women that's like that really want the love. What you want, you be around the people from what you want. If people are smoking and drinking and I don't care if you used to smoke and drink. I ain't say forget them and ignore them and say F them. But that's not where your path is going. You get away. But don't forget, you used to do that too. You was a hoe. You was a Jezebel and whoremonger as a woman. Don't forget. Don't dog her. You used to do it too. You used to do it too. You used to do it too. You used to do it. I did a lot of things. I do a lot of things. But that's why I'm not hard on people when it comes to those things. I'm hard on you when it comes from challenging you and the guidance. Why are you still doing it? You know it's wrong. Break out of it. I'm breaking myself free from what I know. It's not so much wrong. Like, I'm single, so I go out. I go to the strip club. I go to the bar. I'm going to enjoy myself. I'm not so much, and hope like, man, I wish I can meet a woman at one of these places. People like Bar Love, and I seen a woman meet a prince at the bar. She didn't look too happy in the picture. I don't know why, but that's up to her. She didn't. She not. She got to learn how to love herself and happiness within herself. But the men, and she had good aura about her, but she wasn't happy. It didn't come to her as she wanted. But the funny part, and I can just look in her eyes, it didn't come to her how she wanted, but that's what she needed. The creator's like, you need this. I presented this man. He don't. He honors you, and this is what I don't get about women. This man honoring you, but you want the man that won't pick up the phone to text you back at any point, whether he do that the first week, the last year, 2 years later. But this man that you know never done that to you. But you love the man that don't honor you. That's a curse. That's an enchantment. Spell on top of spell. So I just want to say, all old ways, it's a myth. A lot of ways. Not even just about sex, about life. It's so many ways. That don't mean it's gonna happen. We not promised a lot of, if you look at the, like, even if you talk to the creator, he'll tell you the spirit, we not promised a lot, but he is like, you can bear it, you can make it through. That's the encouragement I give to you. You can make it. All the old ways is not so much, it's a modern day. They didn't have a computer, we have a computer. So, and if we're going to look for jobs, there's lots, the same amount of jobs out there, but we just got to go look on a computer now. Then you don't have access to a computer based on your economical status. It's not going to work. That was a good revelation. Our economical status. Ooh. So our economical status is I used to say money, but we allow in our economical establishment to show our love. So if I make decent money and my house burned down, I can have a decent amount saved. I won't be able to go buy that house right back. So basing on my economical status with what we're doing with each other, we're not allowing time no more to work. Like, I understand that a woman don't have to, she should have like me. When you meet a person, they should like you. If you aiming for a relationship or you're very fond of them and you want to build and grow with them, they should like you. That's the one thing I give to men and women. Don't ever be with a person that say that I don't like you or that actually shows no interest. You're gonna have a hard time. And it's beautiful. And I seen women that don't like me and these dudes. I don't know what they found attracted about these men. But it's like, wow, I really like him. And I'm sitting here like, I like you, but I don't put my effort, because once a woman tell me she don't like me, I had to learn, though I learned that real fast. You're going to have a hard time getting to know that woman. You're going to have a hard time getting to know that man, because they're not going to be looking out for you. They're not going to have your best interest. So, because they're basing it off of what they like. And there's nothing wrong with that. But going back to that revelation of your economic status, it's not building up. We can't, and this is what's happening. So if black women are getting their degrees, and men are too, but the black women are getting our quote unquote black women, African descent women, getting the jobs, and they don't want to be with men that make less than them. Guess what happens to our economic status? The economic status of the men don't grow. But back then, when the men had when they was making the bread, the money, like I say, like women say, we say bread, they say women say I'm getting the bag. When we get in the bag, I'm gonna use the modern terms. when you making good money, or even I was talking to a lady, she was like, my father he can't read, but he always made good money. He went out, he had skills, and he made good money, and he provided for the family. I was like, a lot of women, by economic status of their income, that's their status. They won't see men like me at 35,000 a year until I started making the 50, 60, 70,000. And it'd be hard to invest in her because I invested in myself to get there. I had to work a little harder. They liked her because she was a woman. And it's funny. I get hired because I'm African descent, and a lot of women get hired because they're women because they're looking at the prettiness. Geico hire women because I see a lot of women. I'm like, damn, like she don't got no experience. I did some woman's resume. The first resume I ever did for a woman is my friend. She has a great resume. I'm like, dang, the way she worded. Now my next resume, I'm gonna word mine better. I outlined her from her last resume or the resume she had and presented to me, and I redid it for her, and she just touched it up and had somebody else overlook it as well. I do good resumes, so I'm learning I'm learning that if I go through by old time standards, not or ethics, not even ethics, it's standards because ethic, values, and morals. I would not be a good guy, a good man for the women, but I know I am in modern time standards. I'm still not because I'm going off old time ways. See how that go? I know I dipped around that all the time. I was trying to find out where to go. But I don't have like a lot of things. I have things written down in front of me. But it's hard to like keep, and you know how that works. So say that again. I have old time ways, but the old time ways is not used in the modern days. So caring first for a woman, then I had to find a balance. And my balance is not so much in my ink, it's about my focus of life. Because some people will focus on things and say F people for 2, 3 years. I'm not that type of person. Or they would say words to people that's not what they really mean, but they mean it for that time being. Well, this is my business, so I won't indulge in this with you. I have to use this as a business. I see you at my job. I met you at the job. You got hired near my job, but this is my business. I don't mix. But it's not personal with pleasure because it's actually you seeing me as just a business. So that's like saying you don't like me. So my modern time ways is with a little bit of old values is not really fitting in this era. So even with the women I come across, and I learned that because of economic status. The status of what I have do not fit. So we will not be able to establish a good community until we change our psyche and focus and our mentality. It's psyche, our psychological has been damaged through these laws, the religions, the theories, the orders, the state orders and federal orders, the federation, what everything's that we've been through. It has to be reformatted. The blueprint has to change a little bit because we won't grow. We will. We know we can kill the African descent man, but keep the woman, and because you got her womb, she gives life. You be saying eventually gonna come back. No, we just destroy. If you destroy the African descent man and just keep the woman, there is no more full race. And then we still haven't toppled and eradicated the racism, the hate. So it can phase out and say, well, slavery never happened or that don't matter. But in reality, we know the truth. So I'm happy I am, and I'm happy about this. I'm born in the era where I still can know the truth. I can still see the all truth. I can still have a connection with the power source to my creator, the Father, the Almighty. Because there's going to be like years and 100 years down the line when people are not even going to acknowledge the creator. So it's going to be crazy. The children, the next generation is being lost even more because they're being taught, I won't date a man, or you've been hurt by a man that you did take care of. That was your choice. But then you meet a man that you don't, but since you don't have a certain level, you like, that looked like what I used to. No, it don't. Because he always took care of himself. He had a certain age, like he had a certain maturity. You got to get to really know him. So I say peace to everybody. My brothers and sisters, I love you. Love yourself, love thyself. Don't be lover of yourself. Just love yourself more to know that you cannot hurt me. In the modern times versus new, it's a lot of things we can take from the times, the people, but it's a new time we are in. We cannot, it's a myth to say that all women are good. It's the myth to say all men are bad. For our own race of people is a myth to keep using those stigmas and stereotypes. I'm none of those. I didn't become what my product a product of my environment. I did not become a part of the hood, or I didn't become part of the ghetto or the projects. I remember I came from there, and I'm not resented. I'm not mad at nobody. I just hate the ways. And those traditional ways that was in the music, in the industry, the movies, we got to get rid of. They're killing off Bill Cosby. Who gonna step up next? I want to be the next. And and this kind of do help me doing these videos to know that some people are looking and listening and do want guidance, and we want to challenge our kids, the next generation, to be better than us. Each generation is just the guide to be better. But whatever they don't have them to go off of. And hopefully I am a good example in a sense of how I handle myself. It's things because and I learned by people, it's things they like they're gonna do. I can't look at that. But I can't I still at the same time I know I can't talk about being a good man if I'm out there disrespecting women. First of all, disrespecting my mother or any woman of any nationality of ethnicity. I can't do that. And I can't call myself a good man. And I want women to know to get rid of some of your attitudes. No man want to see that. If you basing on status quo and economic status of income, how much you have and don't have, you're not gonna find love. So, but you is gonna find other races because they do have a little, they got to step over us. They don't have to go through what I go through. They don't have to worry about walking down the street. They don't have of being somebody being scared of them because of their height or their skin color. So it's a little easier to be with a guy of another nationality, ethnicity. But knowing too, you're not making nothing better. It is your own. You minding your own business, but then at the same time, it's not nothing changing. You change. That's it. That's good. That's where you want to start. But some of us got energies in us and focus that actually do help the community. We have it in us. You might meet that person. You might meet that good man doing what you wouldn't do before. Wow, let him talk to me. You can shut any man down in 2 seconds, but it's like the man you diss or the woman you diss, it's like you have no idea who that person was. Then now when you see him, now you like it's not regretful. I was just talking to my Uber driver. He's like, yeah, now the women see me, I don't even be with my girlfriend. They were like, damn, I effed up. And he was a Caucasian man, a Euro Caucasian man. He even went through that. So it's like we don't even understand. We understand what we do, but it's silly. It's not mature. And they looking at him like he got a new girl. Then they see him with his girl. He's like, man, I'm happy with her. She's not looking at me for that. She see me working hard. Like I'm in my works, and nobody see you in your works. That's the hardest thing. And I was just saying to the creator, like, man, nobody see me in my works. Somebody see me, but what I want, what I need is that love from a woman. That woman need that love from a man. I'm not gonna deny it like other people, but I ain't got to go jump around and knowing if to go out of my race to say that's better. I don't have to mad mouth my own race. I was like, if I chose to do that, I chose to do that. If not, then not. But a lot of people don't understand that, but that's on them. But I'm not going to give power to what I don't have to give power to. I'm going to work within me, the creator, my focus, my purpose, mission, and position. I'm going to keep reinforcing the good, the positive affirmations and empowerments with my good morals and positive values and ethics. That's all I'm going to be and do. So shalom. You have a great day. It's your choice. It's your path. It's your journey. Choose wisely.